Hi everyone, I'm about today. Today I'll be making a controversial topic. Yes, very controversial. But I just want to understand how my viewers, how you see the topic, and I very much like to read your opinion on this. I very much like to read your opinion, and while doing that, I also give you my opinion and the reason why I'm giving that opinion. Remember, it's a very controversial. And on this topic, I believe no one is utterly right and no one is utterly wrong. It just depends on where you are standing, your experience in life, and sometimes your religious belief. So, very controversial topic, and I'll be saying that. But before I go into the topic, I would like to show my full appreciation to my viewers and also my patrons. Thank you very much for supporting my channel. I'm very grateful to you guys. Your support means the entire world to me. It flows this channel. Most especially Mr. Mike Atomic Shrimp. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike. I'm grateful to you for everything you've been doing. I'll forever be grateful to you guys. Thank you. If you want to become my patrons, the link to do that will be in the description of the video. Also, probably you want to buy me a cup of coffee. The link to do that will also be in the description of the video. All right. Now, let's go into the topic now. We have what we call the topic is death penalty. Yes, death penalty. According to statistics, more than 80% of the world countries they have death penalty in one form or the other all over the world. So we're going to look at why death penalty, what are the problems that death penalty is facing in 21st century. Now, what causes the kind of crimes that can make somebody to be given death penalty varies from country to country. Now, for example, now in Nigeria, these are the crimes that can make you to be given death penalty. We have murder. That one is obvious. I think that one is for all the countries that give death penalty. That was number one on their list. So we have kidnapping. We have terrorism. We have rape in Nigeria too. We also have treason. They can give you death penalty. And majority of these crimes that are listed are also present in other countries. When we look at the list of the crimes that can give you death penalty. Now, according to the research that I did, close to half of states in the United States they have death penalty, while about two of them no, they don't really have death penalty, like something in between. While 23, yes, 23, they don't have death penalty. Now, death penalty, I'm against death penalty, but I'm also in support of death penalty. In fact, probably I should take it this way. I'm in support of death penalty, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm in support of death penalty. I'm going to tell you the reason. If you don't agree with me, fine. Let me know in the comment section below the reason why you don't agree with me. It's very simple. Remember, this is a controversial. I'm not saying my objective, my opinion is the correct one. No. I'm not saying that. Please don't get me wrong. What I'm just saying is that this is my objective. While I'm stating my objective and my view, does not mean that the opposite view objective is wrong. No. Far from that. So we need to understand that so that we not misconstrue each other's statement. All right. We have some criminals. We have some criminals that they become hardened criminals. I'm talking about those that commit egregious offenses repeatedly. Somebody that has been given a 10-year sentence, 15-year sentence, that after they are released, probably they are being paroled, like we have in the United States. In Nigeria, there's nothing like parole. It's either you finish your sentence or you are released. There's nothing like parole in Nigeria. They're given a parole and they commit the same crime. And that crime that they commit usually leads to calamity in the victim's family. You know, one like 4 or 5 times. I believe such criminal, especially if it is for the crimes that are under list of crimes that attract death penalty, they should be given the death penalty. Somebody has committed murder first time, they were sentenced to probably to 20 years. They came out. The second time they commit murder again. That means that they've adapted. That means you know it can't just be. Oh my God. Obviously, there are reasons for death penalty. Obviously, number one is to prevent further victim, to prevent other people from falling the victim to the criminal, and number two, in some cases, just to appeal to the victim, to the victim family and relatives, to appeal to them, and the third one is to, so that it can be modified. They can be changed to become a better citizens. They can change them, remold them, retool them. So that is the reason why we give out crimes to criminals. Because if we don't do that, the society will just be in chaos. But death penalty, this one is different. In death penalty, there is no other side. There's no other side. There's no hope for the criminal. His death, our criminal as sin has already gone in the world. So death penalty is completely different from other form of punishment because it's only once, can only be carried out once, and once it's done, no matter what crops up at the end of the after that, it cannot, it cannot be corrected. So it's a very, very important and controversial topic. Now, I want to tell you the kind of crime that I believe in my heart that 100% the perpetrator should be given death penalty. This kind of crimes that I believe in my heart 100%, not 99.9, 100% the perpetrator should be given death penalty. Number one is this kind of crime. A crime in which a murder to be precise, a murder, strengths of murder that somebody has committed. Probably when they were arrested, during the interrogation, they give the police information that led to another other form of other information that the police didn't know about. What I'm saying is that they give information to the police during the interrogation that only the perpetrator of the crime can know. That's what I'm saying. Only the perpetrator of the crime can know that particular information. The original is given to the police, by the suspect. Let me call them by the suspect. For me, that shows that 100%, the suspect is the killer. Because if not, how would they know such kind of information that only the killer can know about it? That's what I believe. So for that, I believe they should be given death penalty. Remember, when we say murder, I'm not talking about manslaughter. I'm not talking about culpable homicide. No, I'm talking about murder. Now, that's what I'm talking about. There are such instances where there's no doubt that this suspect is responsible for this person's death or these people's death. I believe they should be given death penalty. And the second one is in the case of rape and death. The thing is just that a man can be raped, a woman can be raped. But in most cases, it's usually the women that are being raped. So we need to understand that. So don't get me wrong, I know man can be raped, men can be raped too, but usually we're not, women, and we all know that. So rape, when a woman is raped, it's been a kind of rape that will destroy them. I believe if there's substantial evidence for that, then I believe such perpetrators should be given death penalty. They don't deserve anything other than death penalty. Yes, I believe that. Then the last but not the least, terrorist. Terrorist, you know what I'm talking about? Terrorists, those who believe that they just have to terrorize the whole community in order to show their grievance. They have to kill in mass, before they can show their grievance. Those kind of people that once you belong to a terrorist organization and you are caught with a kind of information that it just cannot be argued against, that you get it, you must given death penalty. If you have ever been a victim of terrorism, then you understand what is going on. You will know the effect that terrorism can have on a human life. I'm not talking about not just the moment that they were involved, probably they were maimed or they were injured. I'm talking about in their subsequent days of life, they will still be affected. I could remember in 2001, I'm talking about World Trade Center, when I was watching the video when it happened. You know, I was crying. I was just because when I saw people just running around holding their head, some are there's some still have rubbles on them. So I know I was crying. You know, just to tell you the kind of turmoil that people were put into. So terrorists, once they are caught, an investigation is done thoroughly, and they were able to provide beyond reasonable doubt that these people are terrorists, especially those that are caught in the act. They were being caught in the act, so there's no doubt about it. So I believe they should be sentenced to death. But this sentence to death should not be should not be carried out in hurry. Should be allowed to live, longer time, probably for like 5, 10, 15 years. In case this is the one we don't know the future. We don't know what the future can bring up. So they should be allowed to live for something like 5, 10 years. After 10 years, if they're executed, and probably something that crops up, people will know that they were given enough time. After all, they can't be given death sentence and allowed to live for the rest of their lives, live for 30, 40 years. That is not possible. Then that means that is not death sentence. So I believe it will remain there. All right. So those are the kind of people that I said I believe in my opinion. Remember, this is a controversial topic, and I'm not saying my view is the best. No, I'm not saying that. No, 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 no. Far from it. I'm not saying that. So your own view, you can put it in the comment section below. Remember, I'm only saying my view from my perspective. All right. Talking about the rapists, serial rapists, murder, serial murders. Talking about the terrorists too. Death penalty should be given to that. All right. That's it about this video. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment section below. If you want to support my channel, the link to do that will be in the description of the video. If you want to buy me a cup of coffee, the link will also be to that. Again, fair thanks to my patron for supporting my channel. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. See you next time.